All right, ladies and gentlemen, General Greene here, Maui Booyah. Yes, we are living through history, but it is a beautiful day today. But we have thousands of American troops now hitting the ground in Israel to fight a very unpopular war. After a gross failure in Ukraine, the U.S. has officially lost the war in Ukraine. And I told you this was the whole point. Beautiful out here today, isn't it? It's a good place to do a little snorkeling, and you can jump off these rocks right into the ocean. But I told you that the whole point of the ground invasion in Ukraine and all the propaganda around that and why Americans had flags everywhere and they were supporting it and the mainstream media supported it was to bring you into the proxy war that was World War III. And that's exactly what they are doing now. So when they say they're only going to bring in 800 or 900 or 1,000 troops to flatten the curve in Israel, that more than likely means tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of troops. It's also important to note that most of our armed forces, at least the good ones in my opinion, including special forces, didn't take that. So they're not even serving right now. So we have a weakened military here in the United States. We have really poor recruitment. Most people are out of shape, overweight, and are really not that good on the battlefield, quite frankly. So it's interesting how, over the last couple of years, they're preaching, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Now it turns out that nobody's safe and we have to go fight 5 wars, or I'm losing count. What is it? Iran, Israel, Lebanon, probably Hamas, Hezbollah, Ukraine, and Taiwan. And the list is just going to keep growing because, again, you see this in the stock market, the scam that is Wall Street. Take a look at a chart, the phony chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which fell by 250 points today. You can see when they started pumping in fake bailouts and fake debt, which they started doing in 2008 and 2009, and then also in 2020. So the whole US stock market's about to collapse to zero. The whole thing's going to zero. It's going to be absolutely terrible. Millions of Americans are going to lose everything, and then they'll probably create a little bit more stimulus and bailouts before they reset the system officially into the CBDCs that I've been warning all of you about. So, as I've been telling you to get involved in new technology like Bitcoin so that you understood that Bitcoin was actually created for World War III. Island Project was created for global conflict. Everything that we've been building in recent years and everything I've been advocating for is for you to get outside of the system before these biblical holy war end times events transpire. So, take it in, enjoy your life while you can, because we are on the verge of nuclear war. The US government is flying B-52 bombers right now in the South China Sea. And in the Philippines, you have Russia testing nuclear weapons as well, showing their force, showing their absolute brute force and willing to use those weapons. You have Governor Newsom meeting with XI. He just met with him, curiously, no one knows why, just a few days ago, as America now hits the ground. This is a brand new war. This is World War III. You're in World War III now. So I've been saying this for years. I said it was official a long time ago, but now everyone says it's World War III. It's World War III. What should I do, Christopher? What should I do? Well, first of all, don't panic. Okay, don't panic. Just think through it strategically and logically. You need to get out of the system. You need to get out of the banks. You need to get into real assets. I'm very, very bullish real assets. I'm very, very bullish trophy assets like what we own, with no bank debt, because we've been preparing, along with my team, along with my father, for going on several years now, knowing that this was coming, knowing that the American people were going to be sent to war after the United States empire started to fail with its mountain of debt, its mountain of bailouts, keeping our borders wide open for years, failing to help and fund our troops with mental health issues, allowing groups like Hamas and Hezbollah and Iranian cells to potentially come into the United States. They're already here, ladies and gentlemen. So this is something that, Don Bongino and others are really right about. These people are already here. So this is the most dangerous time ever. It's dangerous from a physical standpoint because, as I did the report yesterday, Switzerland just sent 5 million people near nuclear power plants planning for meltdowns iodine tablets, which fill your thyroid. I showed you on camera yesterday, just proving that the warning and the scenario of a nuke is very likely. Something also predicted, and I think it's going to happen in Europe. God forbid, I pray that I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. That's what God had shared with me a very long time ago. He's told me all this is going to happen a long time ago. And you'll notice too, like all the elites have bugged out. Where are these people? Where are the oligarchs right now? Where are the billionaires? How come they're not showing their faces? Well, they're in their bunkers, guys. They're in their bunkers. They've been preparing this for years. And so what you need to understand is that this is an orchestrated wealth transfer. This is a failure of massive capacity of losing wars, whether or not it's Ukraine, or it's now what we're seeing in Israel, or it's Iraq, or it's Afghanistan, with the president withdrew from and lost that war, or it's any other new holy war that they're going to launch. And this is why you have Republicans and Democrats on both sides of the aisle. They're all promoting it. They all want war. Even the mega churches, we're seeing them promote war at all costs. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you go fight that war. You go send your kids on the front lines, because I don't want anything to do with corrupt governments or the governments that pushed this. This does not mean that we don't support the Israeli people and pray for them. Jesus was a Jew. I love Jewish people. But, if you look at this through the forest, through the trees, you realize that this is a con, that this is a giant setup. It's going to cost millions of people their lives. It's going to destroy your financial accounts, destroy your retirement accounts, destroy your pensions, your Roths, your traditionals, if you let it. If you let it. Don't allow them to win. This is why I keep telling you, islandproject.com. Get in with just 30 units. I just had a pastor actually come in with 30,000 earlier today. My father just gave me a call, which was really cool. I absolutely love. I have multiple pastors actually that have invested into the project because, well, they know what's coming like I do, and they can see it through the biblical lens. So the gloves are off. Everything's on the table. I wouldn't be surprised if Israel did, God forbid, get wiped off the map. And then they use that as the excuse to build the third temple, rebuild Israel, tell everyone this is why they need peace. And then, of course, they bring in the Antichrist figure, who will be a political figure, who will be extremely pompous, and who's going to tell everybody that he's going to save you. So just be very, very wary. But I'm telling you, get in shape, get in spiritual shape. So I'm out here, I'm hustling. I got to get ready. We don't know what's going to happen next. If the U.S. is going to be invaded by China or Russia or the BRICS alliance, this could happen anywhere. It could be infiltration on the mainland in American cities. I'm expecting grid down. I'm expecting crap hit the fan. I'm expecting EMPs, blackouts in American cities. It's all going to get worse because this is what the elites want. This is what the elites need to reset the system. So take in the day, take in the view. I love you. I got to get back to work, back to the office. I've got a dozen phone calls to make, meetings set up. We're about to close on property number 3 for islandproject.com. Congratulations, hoorah to all of our amazing, beautiful members out there. You are the resistance. Of course, we have no bank debt. We've exited the systems for all of our member investors so that we can protect our assets together with the ethos of freedom and liberty and Christianity and the fact that we love Jesus and we're praying for peace during nuclear and World War III. Pray for Israel and pray for yourselves, because what's coming, I fear, will be the biggest nuclear event that we've seen since Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not have much time left to get ready to get out of the banks, to roll over your IRAs. Roll over to theislandproject.com today. Give us a call, 808-442-2934. Act now. Do not hesitate. Do not wait. With World War III now official, breaking out, troops on the ground in Israel, so much other chaos around the world, threats by China in Taiwan, it is a certainty that the economic, financial markets will be extremely unstable. I think stocks are going to zero. I think we're going to have a massive financial, economic collapse, worse than 2008 and 09. So get into safe assets, real assets, the best trophy assets in the world with no bank debt, and do it with my state-of-the-art team. You can call my father, John, at 808-442-2934. That's 808-442-2934, and own real estate like this. Get out of the system now and protect you and your family. And God bless. It is an honor to serve all of you here at islandproject.com.